So after a week of being beaten into the ground by Archtemp and Raydao, who's ready for more?
Me, oh my god, me, I am!
You know, I don't know what I expected.
Hello, my fellow hunters, and welcome to that lovely, delicious update of everything happening in Wild. As always, then, step one is to run to our ever-reliable, lovely newscat Monday for the update. And the update is, of course, the bounties resetting for the week, so we can acquire the rewards once more. The most valuable, honestly, probably the pick-a-meal vouchers, so you can keep having a supply of them to keep your big feast rolling, but hey, the others aren't too shabby either. And this time we do have the triple on the arena, which is nice to see too. But of course, that's not just why we're here. Heading over to Alma, who don't just wave at me. It's not even night. Where are you going, Alma? Run over to your Alma, and this is the main reason that I wanted to make this, because I was initially like, nothing too crazy is going on this week, I'll give it a leave, next week is where it gets really exciting, but no, I think it is important to give you guys the warning that the Arch-Tempered Raydao challenge quest, The Shining Storm Rages, is ending after this week. So if you have not got your gold, lovely A rank time yet, you need to. It's going to be leaving us, and 13 minutes is, of course, that barrier. We've seen a lot of like 13 and 1 seconds, which is just painful, but bottom line, if you care about getting that lovely, fancy, shiny, crackly lightning orb, which, I'll be honest, is probably the single best charm in all of Wild so far, you have a week left to get your, well, gold rank in. I am really sad that my best archery at 8 minutes wasn't during the challenge quest, but during the normal one, but hey, it is what it is. So that's the big PSA of this week's reset, and I wish you good luck in achieving it. And indeed, I would love to hear all of your best times down below, how you've got on, how you found it. I personally think it's a little bit too easy, 13 minutes. I still think we should have like a higher than A time now that the top 10,000 isn't a thing, but it's also, you know, fine. And let me know your thoughts. In any case, there is at least a event quest rotation, and it is thus. First, we have a ballet in the rain, a tempered La Liberina, and this is for your mystery orbs sword. I know, incredibly exciting. I guess glowing orb sword too. It doesn't exactly drown you in decorations, but also it doesn't exactly take long to kill a La Liberina, so it's not the worst way of farming them if indeed you are after some lower tier stuff. And hey, if you are specifically wanting some lower tier stuff that's just not dropped for you yet, that's lower rarity, it's not a bad option if you don't want to meld them or you can't meld them yet, as obviously the higher rarity orbs are going to give you higher rarity stuff, which ironically dilutes the pool of the lesser stuff. So look, that's at least one positive that I can spin here, much like La Liberina can spin here in the Scarlet Forest in her nest. It was there, there was room for something funny, and I ruined it. I'm so sorry. Then we have Sand-Scarred Soul, our normal Doshagama, HR9 and up, and he is the equivalent to the La Liberina, but for the armor. And, well, all of the same things apply there. Not as efficient with Doshagama, he tends to take a little bit longer, and it's only armor decorations, which are on the whole less valuable, but hey, if for whatever reason you need to roll some low-tier decorations and you want to kill a normal Doshagama, whoo! Knock yourself out, hunters. Alright, and that then is that. As I said, this was just a quick one. I almost didn't do it, but I do think it is important for you guys to not accidentally not realize how long the challenge quest is gonna last and miss out on your A rank time for that lovely, lovely pendant. And as for a little update on the rankings, well, there's certainly some I would say not quite legitimate times, but it is actually weirdly not as bad as it was for Darjagama. I'm very curious to see how this will pan out once all of the clearly cheating times are gone. Once the challenge quest ends, they'll give it a pass, and then within a few weeks we should have our final leaderboard, and that's going to be really, really interesting. In any case then, that'll do from me. Not going to keep you here any longer than you need to be. Enjoy your day, evening, afternoon, the hunting, whatever it is you're currently doing. Have a great time doing it. Like if you enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below. And until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.